Hey guys, Crew of Blonde Wave, I'm Eric.
I'm Rick.
I'm Calvin.
And we are here with Demon Slayer once again. Guys, last time on Demon Slayer, we met a large amount of the Hashiras. And boy,
Yes.
were they very nice people. Right?
Well, a lot. So a lot of them want to kill.
They've been harshened by a long war.
They have. They have.
It's true. A lot of them want to kill Tanjiro and Nezuko. Not all of them, though. And the headmaster, the leader, Oyakata-sama, doesn't want to.
Yes.
He's been sanctioned.
Yeah, so now a test is being forced. One of the Hashira, which is the wind guy. He was the wind, right?
Yes. Sanemi?
Sanemi, yes. So he is baiting Nezuko to drink his blood, eat him, all that stuff. So
No
we
wonder
gotta
he's
see
got
what
so
she's
many
gonna do.
cuts.
Yeah, exactly, right. He's done a lot of tests, I guess.
Keeps baiting all these demons out of hiding and slaughtering them.
Yeah. All right, so I said we jump right into this, see what happens this time in Demon Slayer. You guys can go over to or just go down to the link in the pinned comment or the description where you can find the reaction, watch it there, and then come back here for our thoughts, feelings, and other things.
Yep.
Okay, so let's get started. Rick,
I'm ready.
what are you doing jazz hands?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I like the first half. The second half was a little slower, but I mean, I think that obviously, I think the crescendo of this season was the fight on the mountain, and now we're kind of just like seeing a little bit of stuff to kind of maybe go into season 2 whenever that is to be.
Yeah, there were a couple very intriguing lines this episode, though, that hint at some fascinating possibilities.
Yeah. Well, what did you like? What lines were you talking about?
Well, one towards the end there of I've brought together the finest group of swordsmen since the beginning of the feudal era. Did he mean that he's been around since the beginning of the feudal era? Or is he referring to like,
Well, I mean,
this is just a really great...
It could be that, they're the most skilled that, the land has ever seen, that kind of thing. But, I mean, I mentioned it before, is like it seems like it's more than just personal for the master and Kibutsuji.
So what do you think? Do you think that there's a possibility that he himself is a demon, or he has like a personal relationship with Kibutsuji?
Well, he appears to be very young. So the fact
does.
that he could gather this like Hashira under his command would mean, I would imagine, that he is a much greater age than his appearance would be, or he's just that much more skilled.
And I mean, I don't know about this theory, but we have yet to see him step out into the sunlight.
Yeah.
True.
Right? He has been in that indoor place in these last 2 episodes, and then he was inside for the meeting, and he was inside, or I guess it was night in the last scene. So
I
unless
wonder,
I see him,
Not in direct sunlight.
I wonder if, since Zenitsu is still suffering from that demonic poison, like if he could be out in the sunlight, if it would be okay or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I wonder if he has some sort of demonic poison or demonic blood in him, and that's what's happening to like his face.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny that he just still has short arms and legs, though.
Yeah.
And he just like exudes mucus or webbing or whatever that is.
Yeah,
So
man.
gross.
I gotta say, I'm really affected by Inosuke and the way he is right now. Like,
I know.
what a constant he has been since he's been introduced, and how much joy he gives me. But
Yeah.
he's down the dumps right now. But he's still just sitting there, doing nothing with that mask on.
Yeah. He's still got the mask on.
But he's like, ugh, failed.
Well,
So-
and
Sorry for being so weak. He's so dramatic.
Yeah.
what's happening to him with like him doubting himself and his introspectiveness and his passivity is what I want to happen to Zenitsu, so that he can be quiet for a while, get his shit together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Instead, he has a better reason to be paranoid
Exactly.
and to fear / chase women.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I really liked the Kakushi like workers too.
Yeah.
Just how
they're fun.
serious they took their orders, and like they're punching this guy. It's like, take care of him, take care of this boy, make sure he is well taken care of.
They're just punching him on the way there to keep him like in line.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Another reason why I think the Master might be older is he's talking about like how the class of Demon Slayers these days are much worse than they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
So like that
Yeah.
seems to indicate that the Demon Slayer organization has been around for a while.
Well, I
True.
think that was the white-haired guy, the Wind. Wasn't it he that said like, yeah, the Demon Slayers nowadays are trash and their teachers must be blind?
Yeah, but I wouldn't figure he would be speaking of like a time period of like the last 5 years. Like that seems to be a longer period of time to me. I don't know.
Yeah, like let's say whenever Tanjiro's master, the guy that found him and sent him the demon lore, like he could have been a young man and a Hashira while this master was still master. You know,
Yeah.
it would be kind of like in that, it'd be funny to have a scene kind of like in the extended edition of Two Towers when Eowyn is talking to Aragorn. She's like, my uncle said something strange. She said that you like rode out during this one war. And he's like, yeah, King Theoden has a good memory. He was only a boy at the time.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? That means you have to be like 80. And he's like, 87.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the Master knows Miss Tamayo, who is also
Yes.
quite old and a demon.
Yes.
And
That's true.
he has knowledge of her, but he doesn't seem to hold any anonymity for her.
That's true. The other Hashira, the way they've acted, would probably very much disapprove of him working with her or having contact with her or something.
Or even of her existence at all, because she turned the boy. I mean, it was to save his life and, continue her positive
Yeah.
efforts toward defeating Kabutsuji, but she turned a human, That's death for
Yeah.
any of them.
I mean, I think it could be a theory that very much plays out, especially if every time we see him, it is not in direct sunlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like eventually it's going to be like, okay, either it's intentional to make us think this, or it's just that, and they have no other way of hiding it, disguising
Yeah.
the fact that, he's not going in sunlight.
Mm-hmm. I really love Tanjiro being like, please, master, allow me to headbutt him.
Yeah.
It's so
For every
fun.
time that he stabbed Nezuko.
Yeah.
Which I think is justified.
love that.
Entirely.
Yeah. And we did talk about this a little bit, but in the crescendo of the season when Nezuko was using blood demon art and stuff like that, we were like, "Oh my God, she's talking!" But she did technically still have the muzzle in,
Yeah.
so
it
she's
had to
not
have
talking.
been,
It's
like internal monologue.
which I gotta say, I kind of expected them to take the muzzle out this episode
Yeah.
after this test, but
I thought he was
going to
cut it off of her and
Or
Yeah.
as
present
part of
his
the
arm or
test.
something.
Yeah. So I kind of expected that to go away, and maybe she could start speaking again. But it's also funny whenever she's like,
Yeah.
So maybe the
happened?
creator just wants to keep that part of her character.
Yeah. Or maybe it'll
yeah.
be even more impactful when she does start talking again.
Maybe, yeah.
Because like
And then
other demons
go
that
ahead.
we've seen, they've never been mute really, except for like the little demon head spider guys. They didn't talk, did they?
Yeah, but I don't even know if you call them demons as opposed
Yeah.
to like ghouls or something. I don't know.
Abominations.
Yeah.
So, did they say that Zenitsu is gonna be not healed until like 3 months?
It's gonna take a while. He's got to take medicine. I think they said he has to take medicine 3 times a day. I don't know if they
For
said
a
anything
month.
about for 1 month is what
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
Okay.
So not for months, but for 1 month, he's got to take his medicine 3. I think they said 3 times a day,
Yeah,
and then he couldn't remember if he had taken it yet or not.
taking his morning dose.
I thought they said 5 times a day for 3 months.
Maybe.
I don't know. I didn't hear that. I was under the impression it was 3 times a day for a month, but I could be wrong. I was just
Yeah.
I was just more excited to see our friends.
I think moving forward from here, like, yeah, everybody needs to heal, but I would love to see some, like, really hardcore training. Maybe with the Hashira or possibly somebody else, but I feel like our characters, especially Inosuke, who doesn't seem to have any training.
Yeah. I
Other than
I
what he's
want
figured
him
out.
to become Gyu's, what was that girl? What was she, like a trainee of
Sugoku?
Sugoku? Yeah.
Is that what they called it?
Sugoku, I think is what they said.
Sugoku. Anyway,
But it was
whatever.
Yuri was the name.
Yeah, whatever it is, the like an underling of one of the swordsmen trained.
The Hashira?
The Hashira, yeah.
Now
He's
I'm
become
thinking
one of them.
now I'm thinking it was Taguku. But maybe
Taguku?
I'm wrong. Maybe I spelled it wrong. T-U or T-A? I think it was T-U. Okay.
It would make
Handwriting.
sense for Tanjiro to be trained by Gyu because
They're
they're
both
both water
water breathers.
breathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to learn that 11th form, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So who would train Zenitsu and Inosuke?
I don't know. I mean, beast breathing and snake breathing could be similar.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
I don't know about lightning and anyone else, but I imagine he would go with Mitsuri, the sheriff of love.
Yeah.
If he had a choice.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would.
I kind of feel like the sound Hashira could work for him because he's very loud.
I wonder if it's like a hard line, like the type of breathing you do is this element. Obviously, the elements, they're not actually conjuring water or fire or stuff, but Tanjiro showed that he also used a fire-like element in his fighting style. I wonder if there's like a way of like throwing in almost like an avatar, like he can learn all different kinds of him from different Hashiras or something, or is it more of just like a chosen theme that I say my breathing is like this, you know? Like, is it a matter of avatar where you can only use one,
I think
and
it's
only certain people can use multiple?
I think it's a thing like Bruce Lee said, you know, to become something, to fill a container, you must be like water
Yeah.
and become that shape. I think maybe they're just taking attributes of those things.
Yeah.
Like in Avatar,
it's like-
they had different
yeah.
techniques. You know, the ebb and flow of water, you know, the very strong rooted stance of earth. Maybe they're just
True,
taking
and-
those principles and applying them to.
And while Iroh, like, for example, Iroh couldn't water bend, but he could use water bending principles to deflect lightning,
Yeah.
let's say, you know? So I went for something similar in that regard here, or if it's just a matter of, you know, like a lot of martial arts have like the drunken style, the praying mantis style, tiger claw style, where it's more about, you know, just putting yourself in the mindset of something versus actually, you know, that's all you can do, you know?
Yeah.
So that would be interesting. And then I did like the idea that, you know, Tanjiro for now has given her a certain element of protection in terms of being treated like not like a human, but at least not like an enemy. But he can't be around forever. It's the ultimate goal here is turn her back into a human,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not just remaining this status quo demon, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
And to
that was-
do
that was
that, he still needs to get the blood of the Kuzuki.
He
Which-
does,
yeah,
and he
I really
that
hope
works
that
out
they.
great.
I really hope that they address whether or not they got the blood from the last guy.
I don't think they did. I don't think he
Damn
got
it.
there in time.
Yeah.
What a waste.
Which,
I
yeah,
know.
it is a waste. But that does set up the next arc of him, you know, out there with Nezuko hunting the 12 Kazuki.
True. I need him and the rest of our party to do some good training first.
Yeah,
Mhm.
need a great
know?
training montage. Hopefully, it's not
Yeah.
another 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I hope they get a little training from each of the Hashira just to like play up their personalities and their fighting
That would
styles.
be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got. You guys got anything else?
That's it.
No, can't think of anything else.
All right, well, guys, that was Demon Slayer for this week. We are told that there will be no Demon Slayer next week for the dub, and then after that, we're kind of unsure. You know, the whole thing that's going on in the world right now with the coronavirus is a lot of things are uncertain, so we're not sure when exactly we're going to be back for Demon Slayer. But if it is confirmed that it's going to be on an indefinite hold similar to My Hero Academia, we are going to go ahead and redo this poll for this slot. But if it does come back, 'cause I think there's only 3 episodes left in this season after this. If it does come back the week after, we'll probably just finish this out and then do the poll. So anyway, what you need to do is make sure you're following us here on YouTube, over at Twitter, so that you can keep up to date about what we're going to be doing. We're kind of playing things by ear as they are released and they come out, so please bear with us. We will do our best to cover any holes that appear in the schedule anyway. So
yeah, and
we're
keep
just
an
trying to
eye
get our
over
ducks in a row.
at Patreon as well in case the poll pops up.
Yep. Okay, so we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Demon Slayer. We don't know when it will be back, like we said before, but we do know that we hit 500,000 subscribers, and there's some merch over at blindwave.net. There are shirts and notebooks and cups and all kind of stuff if you want to celebrate along with us this historic milestone that was thanks to you guys. So thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't, hit that button now. Thanks, guys. Bye.